Bertemu semula, realiti pembangunan mana-mana negara semakin bergerak ke depan, semakin banyak belanja diperlukan. Namun cabarannya berbeza bagi setiap negara. Malaysia dalam usaha mengurangkan defisit fiskal, manakala Singapura pula berusaha meningkatkan surplus fiskalnya. Sempena Bulan Kebangsaan Malaysia-Singapura ketika ini, ikuti laporan khas yang dibawakan rakan setugas Irfan Faruqi menyingkap strategi Singapura memastikan disiplin perbelanjaan kerajaannya kekal terkawal. Saya Asim Hassan, salam hormat.
Sekilas pandang, Singapura mempunyai limpahan tunai yang mungkin tidak habis dibelanjakan untuk 100 tahun akan datang. Republik tersebut mempunyai rizab lebih $900 bilion Singapura berdasarkan kepada angka rasmi dan pegangan pihak berkuasa kewangan Singapura MAS, syarikat pelaburan kerajaan iaitu Temasek dan Perbadanan Pelaburan Kerajaan Singapura GIC. Untuk konteks, nilai tersebut mengikut tukaran RM3.35 sen bagi setiap $1 Singapura bersamaan lebih RM3 trilion iaitu 3 kali ganda nilai hutang keseluruhan kerajaan Malaysia. Ini tidak termasuk rizab dipegang kumpulan wang simpanan pusat CPF dan Perbadanan Hartanah milik kerajaan iaitu JTC Corporation dan Lembaga Pembangunan Perumahan HDB.
And in every government term, every 5-year government term, not only can you not borrow, whatever surplus you get locked up in reserve. You cannot use in the next government. So the next government now must raise taxes again, collect taxes, collect fees, and pay for itself. At the same time too, over years of collecting the revenues of the reserves, we were able to generate income. And from that income now, I think about 10, if not more than 10 years ago, from that income, 50% of that income, long-term income or returns, can be used by the government of the term. The other 50% of the return must be kept in the reserve to generate more income. So from that reserve, we are able to run the government, provide services.
Oleh itu, berapa sebenarnya jumlah rizab Singapura? Hanya spekulasi berdasarkan laporan rasmi. Ada laporan yang mengunjurkan rizab ini mencecah sekitar $2 trilion Singapura. Ini kerana, menurut Kementerian Kewangan Singapura, angka sebenar dana kerajaan diuruskan oleh GIC tidak dilaporkan sepenuhnya. Namun, sebanyak mana pun rizab yang ada, ia tidak akan mampu menampung keperluan Singapura. Demikian kenyataan bekas Perdana Menteri Singapura Lee Hsien Loong dalam ucapannya di Parlimen pada Februari lalu. Berdasarkan laporan Forward SG, perbelanjaan kerajaan akan meningkat kepada 20% daripada keluaran dalam negara kasar KDNK yang tertumpu kepada peningkatan kos penjagaan kesihatan. Berdepan cabaran ini, disiplin pengurusan fiskal negara merupakan kata kunci yang mustahak.
In that particular year, I think it was 2015 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 2015 or 2011. 2015. 2015, Pioneer Generation. 2014. We called an election in 2015. So, but in that time, we already saw there was surplus, and that surplus was ring-fenced for the Pioneer Generation. So, what does that mean? It means that first, the government was disciplined in the way it had expenditure. Therefore, it had surpluses. And this surplus now is being used for the subsidy for our pioneer generation. On top of just subsidizing, it also means that the health of this pioneer generation is not funded by taxing the younger generation. So that's what the reserve, what the surpluses allocated to the pioneer generation means. It's not only that we are supporting and recognizing their contribution, but it also means that the younger generation do not keep paying for the expenses that we promise for something that we want to give people benefit.
Bagi mengekalkan prestasi kewangan yang berkembang, Singapura juga perlu meningkatkan kadar cukai bagi menampung perbelanjaan awam. kadar cukai hartanah meningkat kepada 12 hingga 36% dan cukai barangan dan perkhidmatan GST juga dinaikkan kepada 9% berkuat kuasa tahun ini.
So in this case, with the aging population, that's the reason why we increased GST. So we increased GST by 2 percentage points because we wanted to be ready for when our population reaches 2030 and 1 in 4 or 25% of our population is going to be age 65 and above. So you can see we've raised the GST rate earlier, ahead of 2013. That will give us some time to build up the revenue for that and then be able to deal with that.
Peningkatan cukai yang pelbagai ini tidak hadir tanpa peningkatan gaji yang munasabah. Pekerja di Singapura menikmati kadar peningkatan gaji sekitar 4% pada 2023 dan trend sama dijangka terus kekal pada tahun ini, khususnya untuk pekerjaan berkemahiran tinggi. Manakala bagi pekerjaan berkemahiran sederhana dan rendah dengan kadar gaji yang murah, Singapura terus memperkemaskan model gaji progresif PWM. Secara umum, Singapura menggunakan pendekatan intervensi di peringkat awal dan beralih keluar daripada pasaran secara berperingkat agar tidak berlaku sebarang kejutan.
Wages have gone up at the median by about community about 30%. Wages at the bottom 20% have gone up by about 30%. Compared to median is about 22%. So it's good when you see wage rises at the bottom end quicker than the median. So it tells you that income gets narrowing. And that's where you see whether your measures are working. But government also came in to provide what we call the progressive wage credit scheme, where initially we started off with first year 75% subsidy or rebates, almost like a credit back. All the wage increases for low wage workers. So we start with first year being 75%, second year 75%, third year 50%. And next year will be, I think, we're down to 30%, I think. So you taper off over time, and then you will settle in the market. So you stabilize the market by crediting back wage increases, yes. And therefore, through subsidies, you taper off over time, then becomes the new market salary. So you do, and the wage structures are different for different sectors, and those are negotiated between the unions and the employers in that sector. So industry associations are represented. And that also ensures that the wage growth levels, they're all online, you can actually find them, are what we call sustainable, because that's what the market can bear. So the industry knows what the market can bear, because the unions will push for it, and then the employees say, hey, no, there's too much, So they negotiate until they come to a point where they both can agree, then we take that, okay, this is the rate you all have negotiated. If anyone wants to change, they say cannot, you all negotiated already. And this will last for the next 5 years. You guys negotiated, you guys agreed on this, so you will honour it. And so therefore, I think this is one way of doing it.
Dasar yang dirangka dan hasil daripada tindakan Singapura ini hanya menjadi realiti lantaran kestabilan politik tempatan berpanjangan dan visi kepimpinan yang jauh ke hadapan.
It's in our DNA, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew said we're the hardest working people in the world. I think so. I don't know. Somehow the competition and the system over time. Really, I think, I don't know. I cannot. This is my personal opinion. A lot of it has to do. We have nothing, because we have nothing. Singapore doesn't have it. You don't even have enough water. We took it from Malaysia. We buy it from Malaysia. So. The nature of our society from the very beginning is to realize we have to work hard. We have to. It's just our fate.
Dalam konteks Singapura, wujud sistem peralihan kepimpinan secara sistematik bagi memastikan pelaksanaan dasar tidak cacah merba seperti sekali air bah, sekali pantai berubah. Sebaliknya, ada kesinambungan membina momentum di atas kejayaan lalu.
If you look at the way we've always done it, I mean, 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, they're convenient groupings, right? But the reality is that every general election, there are new MPs who come in, and there are also new political office holders, whether it's as ministers or junior ministers. And the process of being part of cabinet or part of government is actually very important for good policy and administration, because If you don't have any experience of it at all and you just come in straight away without any others to go to ask, to check, you can have some very different outcomes. So at least for us, for the PAP government, it has always been you bring in, you learn, you're tested, you're given projects, and there's always other ministers that you can ask and should ask for the benefit of the experience, because it's a bad idea not to ask if you're not sure how to do something. Might as well learn from the benefit of other people's experience than try and do it all on your own yourself.
Pengalaman-pengalaman ini bermakna untuk Malaysia dan Singapura dalam citera pembangunan untuk kemakmuran bersama. Memandangkan kedua-dua negara mempunyai hubungan ekonomi yang erat, maka belajar daripada setiap yang baik untuk memajukan diri akan memberi manfaat kepada kedua-dua belah pihak.
I think at the end of the day, prosperous Malaysia is a prosperous Singapore. Yes, indeed, a problematic Malaysia will be a problem for Singapore, your neighbours. I don't know, you want to live in a ghetto, you don't want, right? You want to live in a good neighbourhood. And we want our Malaysian friends, our Indonesian friends, our ASEAN friends, all to be good and better, even better than us, because we will benefit. We want a peaceful region. We want a place where we can help each other.
Bapa-bapa kebangsaan Malaysia-Singapura memutuskan untuk memisahkan Malaysia-Singapura menjadi dua negara. Mungkin ini yang terbaik untuk semua. Namun, kita pasti boleh bersetuju bahawa bergerak ke depan, Malaysia-Singapura mesti bergandingan. Sempena bulan kemerdekaan, kita menghargai kebebasan dan kemakmuran yang kita nikmati. Selamat Hari Kebangsaan Singapura dan selamat Hari Kebangsaan dan dirgahayulah Malaysia.